Hello, this is my friend Steven, and he is here to talk about, and I know this is going to sound weird or something, but from a gay man's perspective.
Wow,
Uh,
who's the gay one here? I'm just kidding, you guys. My name's Steven. I'm an addict alcoholic. I am gay. I'm going on 4 years of sobriety after about 17 years of meth and alcoholism, meth addiction and alcoholism. It's crazy the struggle of reality when you're a gay man and don't know how to deal with your coming out. And in the gay lifestyle, there's so much of the hurt involved in the coming out of the process. Don't know how to deal with it. You turn to alcohol, you turn to drugs, you turn to sex, and everything just goes hand in hand. There's a whole different scene behind the covers that heterosexual people don't really know about, and it's crazy.
I wanted to dive into that a little bit too, because we had a friend who has passed away since, and he used to, and how do I word this lightly? He would go pick up homeless men and then go and have sex with them, and that was he was targeting these people because they were homeless and stuff like that. And then so I think a lot of people hear stories like that and then go, oh well, the whole community's like that. It's not like that, right?
No, so the whole community is not like that. Does it happen? Absolutely. There is community where there's a lot of preying on those that are.
Oh, I thought you were saying praying to Jesus
No,
as
no.
praying.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of praying
taking
toward
advantage of.
taking
Okay,
advantage of
okay.
the less fortunate. We'll say using the drugs or the alcohol as a bait to reel people in. There is a lot of predatory people out there.
And I'm not, we're not trying to piss off the gay community or anything. Some of my best friend, well, he is one of my best friends, if not my best friend, and he's gay, and we have a lot of trans friends and people like that. And so this isn't about disrespecting anybody, but I wanted to get those fallacies, or if they're not fallacies, or I don't even know if that's the right word, but those myths either out there, are they true or not? Because a lot of my gay friends, when they're in their addiction, are extremely
It's
promiscuous.
called PNP. Let's just put it out there. And I was
Okay.
guilty of it. That's why I can speak on it so openly. I had an extensive meth addiction, and during that time, I was very involved in the party and play scene, PNP. I'm not against it. I did it for so long. When I self reflect now, I know, wow, it wasn't about the sex. It was about my addiction and my hurt from whatever that I was trying to cover up. So I used every substance, sex, everything I could to cover up whatever I was going through. Since I've been sober, I definitely have. I didn't relapse on alcohol or with drugs, but I kind of slipped back into my old sexual addiction for a
Old
while.
behaviors, you have to break those. If you're going to break the cycle of recovery of using, excuse me, you have to break those old behaviors too.
And it's crazy because when I told my sponsor, not saying no names, about it, it was like a month and a half of just repeat patterns from my past without the addiction. It had the sexual addiction, it just didn't have the addiction of a substance or alcoholism involved.
And straight people have the same kind of things. There's people who have sex addiction and they have to work through that, and there's always something behind it. We're not saying that gay people are more or less. We're just telling you what the experience of one gay man is and what our interactions with some have been, that friends of mine. And because the meth and the drugs and all, it really brings that out. I think more, as we would call straight people, would probably be more promiscuous, I guess, if you could say that, if they had the opportunity. But it seems like with the gay community, they're more interactive and they're just like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Are we talking out our ass? Well, then, you don't
Like
want to
that.
say something like that. But we were afraid we were going to start laughing so much during this video. But leave a comment, follow, please, too. But we want to know what you think. Again, we're not trying to offend any group or anything like that. He is a gay man, and he's just telling his experience. Um, and I want to keep this video short because I think that gets to the heart of it. But what's different now in your recovery? How has your life changed since you got clean and sober?
So, multiple ways, and that could be an endless thing, right? The most important part is the healing process. So throughout my recovery, yes, financially's changed,
For the better.
stability's changed for the better, but more importantly, the being able to cope with the hurt, the pain that I used to cover up with any sort of substance, sex, alcohol, being able to deal with what happens today versus having to pick up, to use, to go have random sex with somebody. So that has changed, and to me, that's the most important part. Everything else, financial, whatever, that to me is it's there, but it's not as important as being able to deal with myself and making sure that today I don't want to go score. So,
Right. And he's trying to be in a committed, loving relationship if
which scares
possible.
the shit out of me.
Right. So comment below if you want to get his. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you. God bless. And say goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you. I hope I didn't